they came into Malacca, up to St. John's here. Pretty cool, pretty big. Bigger than I would have expected coming up here. Alright guys, so I put a really rotten shrimp down the bottom at about 10 feet right out there, and I'm fishing up at about 3 feet right here. Well guys, I had a line out just right over here, and I was working on the electronics on the dash here, and I heard my pole just sliding across because I didn't have it in a holder, and luckily it caught on the cleat. Oh man, a huge catfish. Oh, it's so awesome. Alright guys, so I got to my buddy's house and he's like, where's the catfish? And I'm like, oh, I left it in the boat. I just put a bunch of water in the bucket and I'm just gonna take care of it in the morning. He's like, no. He's like, it'll be ruined by then. He's like, is it still alive? And I'm like, well, I shoved a screwdriver in its head like twice to kill it. I mean, catfish are so incredibly tough. I'm not even sure if that killed it, to tell you the truth. But I also texted my buddy in Kentucky that we caught the other catfish with, that I caught the catfish with a couple weeks ago. And he's like, oh yeah, no, you want to, you know, especially if it's not alive anymore, you want to take the meat off it right away or it'll turn to poison. That was his word. So I'm like, oh man. So we don't want to waste this catfish. So that's a long-winded way of saying I came all the way back here to the boat, and I'm going to take my kayak out of my truck here and paddle back over and grab it, and I'm going to take it to my buddy's house, and we're going to fillet it. So stay tuned. Well, at least it's nice and warm. I bet you it's like, oh, it's probably about 70 right now. Gotta love Florida. Man, I'm just loving all the aluminum on the Vagabond. Can't wait to show it to you guys when it's daylight. I'll do a nice little video about it. But in the meantime, I gotta go get that catfish. Alright, there he is. The water's already starting to look bad, so I'm going to dump it. Got a crappie in there too. My buddy says it's a channel cat, according to the picture I sent him. Alright guys, so taking a bunch of groceries and stuff back to the boat. Went to Walmart after work today, which sounds funny. After work today. There's the boat parked out there. They're having some kind of event this weekend with these cigar boats, like Miami Vice type go fast boats. I'll get some footage of it for you, but wondering what that's all about. But I'm the go slow boat. And I had to park in a different spot over in the marina today. Let me turn the phone around the other direction. So yeah guys, here I am, and still in Malacca. Probably be here another week or so. And I'm gonna sleep on the boat tonight for the first night since I've gotten back here. And there's a couple of derelict modern day shipwrecks, derelict boats that probably are victims of the last hurricane. They're on the back side of the bay back here, and I think we're gonna go over and take a closer look at them. So let me get all this stuff packed and then let's go exploring. You're lazy. You're not helping, as always. Kind of windy today. Hi, my name's Wavy Gravy. I gotta get right to the point. I like treats. I like treats from Walmart. I like treats from the dollar store. Because of inflation, they've gone up to $1.38 a piece. So if you donate a few bucks, I'll send Brenton to the store and get some. Okay? Thanks! Alright guys, we are headed over to the other side of the bay to look at these couple of modern day shipwrecks. Stay tuned. That one even has a 4-stroke Yamaha kicker on it, or motor. Look at that. A Gill 25. I don't know what the story is. Kind of shows how honest everyone is around here that motor's still sitting on that boat. It's been here a while. Then we have this one. That one looks more like one I could board onto and go take a closer look. But I'm not going to do that tonight because I'm driving my boat over to my buddy's house. He lives on a canal and I've only got an hour or so of sunlight left. So we're just kind of taking a peek for now, and then when we have time we'll come and take a closer look at this one. I'm having to use my feather phone at the moment as a chart plotter to go up the St. John's here. I need to get another chart plotter. The vagabond I had last year, a really nice guy that watches my, excuse me, a nice guy that watches my channel, sent me a little chart plotter that he had in his garage, and I installed it on the last boat, and of course I sold that boat. And here I am doing it all over again. So, but I'll pick one up. I mean, or I also have a tablet that has navionics or navionics, however you pronounce that, on it. I'll just show you around here while we're going, so I'm not boring you to death here. But yeah, I had like a 2-week free trial of navionics, and now they want me to pay for it. So once I get some Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna do that. Maybe that'll be a good way to get around. People swear by it, so. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, I'm just using my spare phone and Google Maps, and we're looking for Dunn Creek, which is up here in a couple miles. So stay tuned. Alright, well, I'm running out of daylight here, and this is when being stuck on slow can become problematic, but I'm gonna go for it anyways. I'm like pretty close to the entrance to Dunn Creek, and then just like less than a mile, that's where my buddy's canal behind his house is. So I'm gonna go for it, see what happens. You guys probably can't see anything, but I am coming up Dunn's Creek off of the St. John's here, all in the dark. The moon's about 60%, so I got a little bit of light. Okay, so I found the canal that my buddy lives on here. You can see all these in the dark. This was quite the undertaking. Well, we made it, little dog. What do you think of that? Hey, what do you think of that? We made it. Well, good morning, guys and gals. It is, well, it's Friday, and it's early in the morning. I just got up. First night sleeping on the boat again since I got back. I pulled over to this little cove over here. I'll show you in a minute. I thought I would just kind of briefly show you what it's like just waking up in the morning. I'd call it something like life on 20 feet. You know, this boat's about 20 feet long, and it's, you know, it's small, but they packed a lot in 20 feet. And yeah, here, I'll turn the phone around. It's one of my sayings now. I'm so low tech on this channel. I'll turn the phone around and I'll show you. So we have the lazy Beagle still in bed. Yeah, you. Made myself some coffee. In my little kitchenette. Got my maple syrup, honey, olive oil, cutlery, and utensils. Useless sink. Well, sinks are only good for storage basins as far as I'm concerned on a boat. And I've got water, food, bucket of food, my little burner, tools. That's like odds and ends, oil and funnel and a few more tools and stuff that kind of go with the boat. That's coffee. I just titled that cat litter container coffee stuff. It's that important. And then plastic bags. Always save the plastic bags. Anytime you go to the store, they come in handy. And still need to put a sheet on that bed, but it's pretty comfortable. I slept good last night. And the Yeti cooler, I drained the water this morning. Your ice will last twice as long if you drain it at least once a day, or even twice a day. And I've got that's just an old Lawrence, but it is a good depth sounder. It's not a chart plotter, but it is a depth sounder. And compass, gotta know what you're going. This awesome handheld marine radio that one of the viewers here on the channel, well, a friend of the channel I should say, donated, bought and had it sent to my house, which is awesome, after he saw that I didn't have a radio when I went up to Isle Royal. So thank you for that, buddy. Gonna be using it a lot, especially when I start traveling with Wayne. I'll probably use it to talk during the day. And here's the back deck. I really haven't shown you guys this boat much, but since I've been working on it this past week or two with my friends here in town in Palatka. I'm in Palatka here. These are kind of abandoned boats, trawlers that the city, when the hurricane came a month or so ago, they actually hauled them over here because one of them, I think this is what I heard, one of them would start running into the dock because there's damage to the dock, to the municipal dock over there. I think one of them was banging up against it and did some damage. So they towed them over here because this is a better protected cove. I'm only in like 3 feet of water here. And then of course there's that shanty boat, which I showed you guys last year, still there. The guy doesn't stay there much anymore, is what I'm hearing, but and the city's kind of getting on him about it. And then, man, I am going to do a proper video about this amazing aluminum work that my friend did here, and we're going to add some railing right here that kind of comes up and goes like this, and it goes like this, round railing to put pole holders on and to grab onto when you're getting up and off and on the boat. So. And I took this, did I just say this? I took the hood off. These Nimbles, they come with, they're just covered. They're like, they cover the motors. And I know they're trying to maximize the space, but they're just in the way. So I pulled it. I got to clean up the transom. There's all this caulking, residue and stuff. And I have to replace that boot there, which I'm getting to. But my buddy also made this awesome aluminum engine guard. So the engine can still come up out of the water all the way, but if I ever backed into something, or if I want to tow something, or I can even put a small motor like that trolling motor on it if I'm just in a small lake and I want to just sit back here and move the boat around without starting the motor. So yeah, this is going to be awesome when it's all done. The Swiss Army knife of boats. So, okay guys, I'm going to drink my coffee and then we're going to go to work. I'm making widgets today to help pay back for all the work my buddy did, like that railing.